Yes, I'm back. I know you missed me. I missed you too. So, in today's video, I will teach you 6 more new words. We looked at some of these words the last time, and I told you that when I return, and I have returned, we'll continue from where we stopped. So, the first word on the list here is digress. It is pronounced as digress or digress, whatever you choose, and it is a verb. To digress is to step or turn aside, to deviate, to lose focus and totally change your focus into something else. That's the meaning of digress. And synonyms: lose the thread, drift, wander, deviate. Okay. For instance, you chatting with your friend, you're having a conversation, you're talking about music or math or whatever the topic is. An interesting topic. English language, of course. English language is interesting, and you're talking about English language, and all of a sudden you moved on to fashion. You see, you just changed the subject. You've moved on to something else, and that is digress. So you just digress, you just deviated. Now here are some synonyms of digress: deviate, get sidetracked, wander, drift. I'm going to make a sentence for you. Please do not digress. Be on point. I don't want you to deviate. I want you to stay focused. Stay on what you were supposed to stay on. Be on track. So the next word is thwart. Thwart. To thwart is a verb, and it means to prevent someone from accomplishing something, to frustrate, to impede, to hinder, to stop. Okay, that is the meaning of thwart. For example, the administrator thwarted her appointment. That means it has been stopped. Her appointment has been stopped. It has been prevented. Perhaps you want to play and mommy says, "No, John, you cannot play right now." So mom just thwarted your intention to play. To thwart is to prevent, is to stop, is to frustrate, is to impede. The next word is brevity, and it's a noun. It means to use few words. It's from the word brief. Okay, brevity is from the word brief. It means use of few words in writing or in speech. You know, when you do summary, or when you are being taught summary in English language, you know, is a part of writing. It's about how to use conciseness when writing. So instead of writing something really long and boring and long, even if it's not boring but it's really long, you could use brevity. Brevity is the opposite of that, and it means using few words in writing or in speech. Succinctness, compactness, economy of language. Okay, so instead of saying, let me tell you what happened, for the girls and you people that know how to just, let me tell you what happened. Perhaps you want to say you saw Whiskey. That day I woke up 8 a.m. You talk and you know what's necessary, what's not necessary. God, it's too long. And what you do, just use brevity. Try to make it short in writing or in speech. Go straight to the point. I saw Whiskey, I saw Davido, I saw Big Auntie, I saw whoever. Okay, so that's the meaning of brevity. The next word is queue. Queue is a line of waiting people or vehicles. You know, when you go to the bank, especially now because things are not the way they were, if you go to the bank, you have to queue up. You know, a lot of stress, especially those that will gain admission into the university, especially, of course, in Nigeria, where everything gets to be really nice. You know, you have to wait and stay and line up in a queue. Is a line of waiting people or vehicles. You see people standing, or perhaps you go to a very big auditorium, you see some cars parked outside. That's also a queue. So I'm going to make a sentence. I queued up in the crowded line for the concert. So that's a sentence for queue. The next word is, I want you to pronounce this word, segway. You know, one thing I like about this book is that they really bring the dictionary to you in a very, very, easy way, in a concise way. Segway is to move without interruption. Is a transition, is a progress, is a shift, to move without interruption from one thing to another. Sometimes you discuss so smoothly, you just move, you're making so much progress. That is known as segue. Example, the girls' conversation segued from talking about the entrance examination to talking about the new boy in class. That means they moved. This is different from digress. Digress, you change focus entirely, but in this case, you talk without interruption. It's like they're all both connected. Yeah, so unlike digress, where you have to lose focus and deviate to something that is not in your line of conversation. So the last word for today is agoraphobia. This is a very easy word, although it sounds so big and mighty, but believe me, it's really easy because the word phobia means fear. So when you see whatever phobia, it means fear of something. Okay, so agoraphobia is abnormal fear of being in public spaces in crowds. Some people, they can't really stand in public places. They cannot. They're just so shy and nervous and intimidated. It's not their fault. They are agoraphobic because they have fear of being in crowded places. So I'm going to give you a sentence for the word agoraphobia. He relocated to a remote area because of his agoraphobia. That means the guy moved onto a place with less people and less civilization because he has fear of being in crowded places. So do well to answer the questions below, the questions in the quiz section, and of course in your assignments, and submit it, upload them. I really hope you like this lesson because I did. So see you in my next class. Thank you. Bye-bye.